Hey guys, just calling up my command center. There we go. Right, Hangouts on air is being. Hey Nick Lego, how are you? Right, what's my stream like today? Decides whether or not I tether to my phone any second now. Probably will, looking at that quality. That does not look good. Hang on. Looking at Wi-Fi extenders for this end of my house because I'm a bit tired of the quality. Actually, they're choosing the wrong camera too. It's a good start. Why are you using that camera? No. There we go. Strange. I don't understand that. Should be the same every time, but it isn't. Alright. Hey guys, sorry about that. London GJBricks, hello. Alright, I'm trying a slightly different setup this week. See how it looks out. That quality is pretty good at the moment. We'll see how that goes. How is everybody? That's really strange. I haven't changed anything. So inconsistent. My phone is not going to let me tether. I don't know why my Wi-Fi is so intermittent. I have (8 a.m. Where are you, Nick? From a hot, I hear it's hot in London. You know what? It's winter here. We had 21 degrees today. Now that's not normal. I know Sydney is known as a hot city, but we've actually been having really cold winters for the last few years, and it's unusually mild at the moment. So, which is nice, but at the same time slightly troubling. All right, what are we down to? Got a. I put a post up on my channel today, by the way, very recently, about I'm going to an event here in Sydney tomorrow, which is the Inner West Brick Fair. So that's one of the organised by the Sydney Lug, which is cool. But one of the people that will be there is actually the guy that won the Australian version of Lego Masters. So if you guys have got any questions you'd like me to ask him, he's a really lovely guy, and he said he'll do an interview with me tomorrow as well. So that's a bit of interesting content for my channel, a bit unusual. Let's get into building this. Started playing with roller coasters today as well. That might be why my upload's a bit slow. Actually, I've just realised I've got a 1.5 gigabyte video uploading at the moment at the same time as I'm doing this stream. That could impact slightly. That's not right. 36. I've only got 3 of those. Oh, there you go. More hidden in there. Thought I'd run out of panels there. But it gives me, I like talking to these guys. I mean, I can't lie. The Lego Masters was a great show. Really enjoyed it. But Henry and the guy he was in a team with, they were just so very good, very imaginative, very like he was one of those guys that used Technicolor to bring it to life. bring his creations to life. But he also used Technic underneath, you know, under the hood in their builds as well, to actually allow a lot of articulation and posing in the models, which was really cool as well, which I really enjoyed. So I've got in the post I put up on my page, I've linked his channels. He's got something up on Lego Ideas as well, which is really cool, kind of Western scene. So recommend, even if you've got no questions for him, I recommend subbing his channel and checking out what he's doing. He's got some great stuff, and he actually goes to my local Lego store as well, which is quite cool. Hopefully I'll run into him one day. But well, so I'm going to interview him tomorrow, so I was quite happy when I asked him. I thought I'd ask him rather than just trying to sort of grab him tomorrow. And I was quite chuffed when his response was, yeah, mate, really looking forward to meeting you. So that's always nice to know. He knows who I am. How is everybody today? Hey, Brick Studios, how are you? How is everybody today? Anyway, London's hot. Is London gone into meltdown because everything's too hot for everybody, and now everybody's moaning it's too hot? Actually, I heard it was a bit better today. At least my mum seemed to hint that it was a little bit cooler today. Yesterday apparently was a bit uncomfortable, a bit unpleasant. This is good. This one, this set's got the garage. I've been wanting to get some garage pieces for a while, so that's really cool. I'm happy with this. Like I said, I'm not planning to keep this set in one piece once I've built it. I just wanted to build it, but once I've built it, I'm going to dismantle it and use the parts, because there's some really good parts in this set. Tomorrow will be 10 degrees cooler. Ooh. I haven't checked the weather here tomorrow, actually. Should do that. Got to do washing. My wife's actually away in Tasmania at the moment, so I'm catching up on tons and tons of Lego builds. Like last night, I built a Lego roller coaster mock that I've been meaning to build. So that's uploading at the moment. I'll be putting that live in a little while after this video, after I've done this stream. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to work on next, actually. So I've neglected my city for a while. So I'm torn between doing that or starting on my Sanctum Sanctorium mock, or doing a couple more video reviews that I've got to do, or all of the above, and just not going to sleep. There we go. New subscriber. Woohoo! First one of the night. Apparently there's 5 people in here, but I'm only seeing 3. Trying to think if anything exciting's happened in the world of Lego this week. That Defender came out, didn't it? Was that this week or last week? I can't remember. I personally think it looks a bit more like a Discovery than a Defender, personally. But that's my opinion. I'm sure other people absolutely love it. I have seen a lot of people saying it's really good. I personally don't think it actually looks like the source material. I think there's actually some much better mocks in the community of it. There's some stunning ones if you've never looked it up. Oh yeah, Lego, buying Legoland, that is interesting, because yeah, over here in Australia, all of the Lego stuff is owned by Merlin Entertainment, so that will be interesting to see. Yeah, I don't mind that. I mean, it's good that Lego's doing that. I think that should, as long as they can manage it properly, which is always the risk of buying theme parks, because I've actually watched a few videos on some of the theme parks here in Australia that went missing, shall we say, because they were mismanaged by companies who bought them. So as long as they manage them properly, that'd be awesome. Also means the stores here are classed as Discovery stores, bar the one in Sydney. The one in Sydney is not classed as a Discovery store, but what would that mean for them? does that mean they become Lego as well? I guess, obviously that answers that question already, but just what it means for them, I think it's going to be a good change, because there's always a very strange setup here in Australia where the Lego stores are all franchises, basically. They're not actually owned by Lego at all. Lego just lets them be franchised. So this is a strange setup, but anyway, it seems to work. Now we have a distribution center here in Australia as well. It makes it a lot easier, shall we say. That was a big change, actually, because when they did that, it meant that buying stuff from Lego became a bit cheaper too. Yeah, so I mean, we don't have a Lego land here in Australia. We only have Lego discovery centers, which, you know, I've never been to one, so I don't know what actually that entails. But from what I can tell, it's basically a shop, or seems to be. Anyway, hey, look, we've got a garage. There's a garage there. Does Lego have a Lego land in the States? Presume they do. They must do. Never even thought about that, actually. They must have one. I mean, they don't have a Lego land here in Australia. Maybe they will now, but theme parks never seem to do very well in Australia for some reason. There's only a few around now. There's a couple of older ones. There used to be some really good ones, but they've all been shut down at various points over the years. So I hope they do build a Lego land. I still have never been to Legoland Windsor. I'm an English person. Last time I was home, we had actually planned to make it to Legoland Windsor, but every time we went to do it, the weather seemed to go against us. So I do on my list of things to do in my lifetime is actually go to the proper Legoland in Denmark. Obviously, go to the motherland, so as to speak. That's got to be done. Actually, me and a couple of the AFOL channels that I'm friends with, who are the ones in the Bricktuber network. So Jacob from Brick Bakery and Dr. McBrick and JC from Small Brick City. We were all talking about the idea of making a sort of group pilgrimage one year to go and check it all out together. I think that sounds like an awesome idea. That would be so cool. So might work on that idea if a couple of them are keen. Would be really a lot of fun to do. What is this? Oh, okay. So I'm guessing this is like a launch thing for launching. You can launch the police car. Emergency. This goes on the back of the garage. How do I feel about them? I feel like I've got the let's see if this one will move. I've got the hospital here now. If it's going to detach from the baseboard, there we go. I've got the hospital here with a police helicopter on top. Ignore that. Now, when they released this, I was really quite excited because it's sort of modular. You know, it kind of is built off the creator sets where it's got this sort of open back and it all comes apart really nicely like that. Yeah, I'm not. I wish Lego would do closed back sets again like they used to. But yeah, I think this is really good. But then I looked at like the new fire station, and it doesn't follow this same model for some reason. And I was sort of really hopeful that it would. So I've actually got one arriving. I actually ordered that this week because it was on special at one of the stores I go to. So I've got that coming. I'm going to actually use it and some of this set to build a single like modular, kind of like JC's done on his fire station. I'm planning to do a combined fire station and police station because I've got a sort of slightly limited space where I want to put it. So I'm thinking if I can combine the two into a single building, that would be pretty cool. They'll obviously be half a block each, but that's what I'm planning to do. So in terms of making them work with modulars, the hospital actually does not look terrible next to a modular, but it's not right. It's not a good fit. It needs a lot of work. So JC's been doing some videos on building these kind of things out at the moment as well. So I recommend checking those out. JC, to answer your question about the pilgrimage, I was just mentioning about the idea of doing a pilgrimage over to the motherland and seeing to Legoland, the proper Legoland. That was what I was mentioning. I think it would still be pretty cool to do. So yeah, in terms of modular, I've actually bought another hospital as well. I've got that coming, so I'm going to combine the two into a single modular building proper. Again, I love this. I think the hospital is great. I've got a video review of that one on my channel. If you never actually if you haven't got the set, I do really love it. It's a good set. It's got lots of good stuff in it, but it's not a modular per se. So my plan is to take the second one and a few extra bricks and combine them into one sort of big modular or one big building. So that should be good fun to do. I've seen quite a few people do that. Dr. McBrick's done a really good one of that. I was chatting to him about what he did with his, and his is literally 2 of those sets plus 10 of the 1x6 panels. So that's what he said he used. So I'm going to see if I can do it with 9, so I have to beat him, but I'm kidding. So I haven't actually figured out how I'm going to do that one. I'm just going to tear it apart and see how it goes. Much like this set, because I'm going to have some pieces left from this set when I dismantle this after this video. So I'm going to finish this tonight, and then I'm going to just rip it apart. That's a bit wasteful, isn't it? It's a bit sad, but that's what's going to happen to this set. As soon as it's done. And that's not because it's a bad set, it's just because I don't want it in this form. I want it in a different form. Oh, JC's retracted his messages. What did you say? Finally seen the Lego movie as well. Yay! And Joss, my eldest kid, is now obsessed with this song's gonna get stuck in your head song. Which drives my wife insane. I shouldn't enjoy that, but it does make me laugh that kids really know how to wind their mums up, it seems. I think it's just that dads are just a lot more chilled about these things. I think that's all it is. It's not that they're doing it on purpose. It's just the fact that as dads we're a bit more chilled out on this kind of stuff. I actually thought it was a really good movie as well. I think they did some stuff wrong in the marketing of it, and I think the story was actually solid. I really enjoyed it personally. Yeah, this set. Hi Ingrid Wynn, how are you? Yeah, this set. I bought this set because it's just got tons of these like nice white panels, tons of windows, some really good base plates, boards and things like that. So I think it's going to be very, very useful for parts, which is what I want it for. Right, bag 7. I'm trying to make sure I don't live up to JC's prophecy of this being another 27-part build. I don't want to prove him right. No, it shouldn't be. This will get done tonight easy. What have we got here? Loads of more doors and windows and stuff. I'm not really bothering with any of the stickers on this set because I don't know what I'm going to do with the parts once I've finished building the set. So I don't see the point of putting the stickers on the windows and things. Okay, so we've got a random window up here next to a random seat. I can see what they were trying to do with this set, because it is like when I was watching someone's review of it the other day, and it sort of is kind of modular in that you can detach like the bridge between the two buildings here is actually connected with Technic pins, and you can detach it and move bits of it around. But at the same time, I don't think it's like an amazing set. I'm not really, yeah, it's one of those sets though. It's been around a long time. I think it's been out for like 2.5 years, and it's still going, and there's still sort of no hint of a new police station coming out yet. Here's the obligatory coffee cup next to a computer as you need. Hello, rainy Adelaide. You guys need the rain though, don't you, down there? I mean, we actually do here. We've got we have a drought here in Sydney been declared. So that being said, we've had a massive amount of rain the last couple of weeks. So don't know how much that impacted the drought or not, but it depends whether or not the rain fell in the right place. My fear was that the city emergency sets would look too basic or toy-like. Yeah, it's funny. We occasionally talk about like the next modulars and things like that, and like there's a sort of consensus that people would like to see a police station or a fire station or something like that. Now they have already done a fire station, so that probably won't happen, but a police station would be kind of cool. I mean, I'd like them to do a fire station because I didn't get the original one, so that would be fun. No stickers. This is like this. Yeah, I'll tell you what. The lack of realism in this set's terrible. I'll show you what I mean in a second. Hang on. But I know it's a city set. It's not supposed to be real, but at the same time, it's a bit kind of random the way they've done some of this stuff. Like this little tiny room at the top here. Look, it's like a little booth, like a security guard booth, but it's actually like the antenna station or the observation station or something. Like there should be a bank of computers and all kinds of things, and have a security code on the door like they did with the Space Center door. That had a really cool. I like the way they did that, because on here they did the panel with the numbers on it, so it actually looks like you've got a bit of security there to get into it. If anyone hasn't seen that review, I recommend it. It's a great review. I'm fairly certain GJBricks copied some of what I did in that. I'm kidding. Maybe he did. Who knows? That would be quite flattering. Yeah, strange. That's cool. Like that piece. Always good to have ramp pieces. Is 90 degrees? That's Fahrenheit, isn't it? Is that hot? I don't know. I'm not very good with Fahrenheit. It tends to be Celsius. We got up to 21 degrees Celsius today, which is very unusual for summer. It's nice, but not what Sydney needs, given we're in a drought again. It's been very dry this summer again. Like, it's funny though, because we do have these massive storms and then it's dry. Good grief, that's quite a collection of police stations you have there. Ingrid, this is my first police station. I've not had a police station before this one, so there we go. It's like fairly token satellite dish on the top there, not like blown away by that one. What's next? Next up we have the bridge. We're going to be building bridges. Definitely get a good number of pieces in this. This was actually, I got this one on sale, and actually went on clearance about 3 weeks after I bought it, but by the time I got there to check it, it had already been sold. So no one had it in stock. It went pretty much instantly the minute it went on sale. So, which is not surprising. It's police stations are always popular. Something Lego's always done. You should know, London Bridge. You should know. See what you did there. I do need to not putting police signs on. I know, no stickers. That one's supposed to say police if anybody cares. Better than burning bridges, absolutely. Done that too, sadly. Not something I'm proud of. Yeah, so this is sort of the modular kind of thing, because this just clips in here. So the idea is that you can then detach that if you want to, or leave it there. So that clips into there, that clips into there. So kind of interesting footprint, because now it's not like level either, so it doesn't fit onto a base plate. It stretches over. Yeah, it's odd layout. Right, they've tried to make it really interesting, but it's quite strange. What do we have here? We have a bright yellow piece. All right, so this is going to be the gate. I was wondering what it was for. Just waiting for the first gear sprocket coming in today. Does anybody here have the Lego Movie 2 party bus? Because it's on like a 50% off somewhere, and I'm very, 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 very tempted by it, because I do actually quite like the set, and Josh keeps going on about it as well. So that means I've bought too many sets again lately. I need to stop. I need to actually catch up on what I've got to build rather than buying more Lego sets. Ah, there we go. I knew someone would have. Have you built it yet, or you've just got it in the box still? Because it's a pretty substantial set as well, isn't it? It's got quite a lot in it, and some really quite funky pieces with those big cogs and stuff. Right, what have we got here? So the gate is coming together quite quickly. So I just feel like I've missed a piece somewhere, but I don't think I have. That feeling that you've missed something, but I like Hagrid's, apart from the back of it. Again, like, goes back to the question about city stuff. I wish I get it's a play set. It's a play set. Shouldn't think of it that way. But at the same time, I kind of wish the back of it was closed. There we go. There's a gate. Quite neatly done, that gate. It's pretty solid. No one's getting past that in a hurry. I might borrow that for a mock I'm building. Oh, down to the last book. You've got quite a pile of shame to get through. It's not a pile of shame. That being said, I'm the same as you. I've got so much to build at the moment. It's kind of not funny. Got a few things I maybe shouldn't have bought thinking about it. Well, no, I should have bought them, but I don't know. And a couple of them were on clearance that I've got to build. I'm playing catch up. I'm going to get through. I'm going to get through some of my backlog of stuff. See if I can actually get ahead of it. Kind of terrible, isn't it? Having a backlog of Lego to build. This is quite a small. This is a small bag. Bag 8. What's going on here? By the way, I gotta confess, I have been trying to catch up and catch as many people's videos as I can. I've actually been a bit time poor, so I'm trying to get back into. I used to have more time to watch videos, so I'm trying to get back into getting better, more on top of it. And I always do try and go in and like comment and stuff and give you some good engagement. So I'm trying my best to stay on top of that. How do I prioritize my builds? I don't. I just build what I feel like building. I really do. I've got some stuff to review. Like I'm probably going to build. I'm torn between. I've got the Sanctum Sanctorum set. I've actually got 2 of those, and I bought the second one to combine with the first one, so I could actually build out a like a proper building rather than a half building that it is. Not that it's a bad half building, but it's half a building. I've been itching to do that because I've had that set for like 6 months and I just haven't got round to doing it. So that's kind of like on there. But at the same time, I've got like 3 sets that need building and reviewing as well. I'm trying to get back on top of my review stuff as well because being up front, the review stuff actually gets me quite good traffic. So and I really enjoy doing the reviews as well. They kind of get me thinking about the sets in a different way to just building them. So actually, just my problem is I just love everything to do with Lego. I love doing the reviews. I love building the Mocs. I love going through the old stuff. I've actually got where is it? Hey, Half Brick Films. Who else have we got in here? GJBricks. I don't think I said hello to you. Sorry. This little bag here is actually the cement mixer from back in the 80s, I think it was. So it's the blue and white cement mixer. I got it recently off of eBay for all of $8. It's not a very big set. It will go nicely with my bigger, more modern cement mixer. But I had this set as a kid and I really liked it. So when I saw that one and actually won the auction as well, which makes a nice change on eBay. I've lost a lot of auctions lately. Yeah, I'll be doing a quick run through and build of that one. It'll be one of my spot the difference builds because that's how they were done in those days. You're watching a live stream on your computer and building. I like that. Kaz over at Blockhead UK has on a few times commented in her videos that she's been watching my live stream while building the mock that she's going through. So I love hearing that. I'm the same. Like if I watch some people's live streams, I do sort of try and be doing something similar. Right, where's that piece? I'm missing a piece. Don't tell me I left it in the bag. No. I miss. Oh, there it is. Oh, phew. You know when you look at something for too long and you just can't see it? Just had that moment. Yeah, it was good. I actually did really well because I got the cement mixer from a few years back, which goes for an insane amount of money. It's so expensive. I had one guy who put it up in about 3 other trucks for like $30. I was well happy, which is like the RRP when it was out originally. The only thing was it was missing 1 hat. Nothing else was wrong with it. So I was well happy with that result. Oh, it's got a toilet, JC. It's got a toilet, this build. JC's always made it a priority to get toilets into his mocks. So always makes him happy when they sees it. I actually, the cement mixer, if you haven't looked at the cement mixer, it's a really great build. It's a really good set. It works brilliantly and it's got a lot more to it than I thought as well, which is always a pleasant surprise. You know when you buy a set and it's like there's not really as much to it as you think, but yeah, this is actually a set that has more in it than I expected. So I don't think I'm going to find that with this police station. Actually, JC, I know you're not a Unikitty fan, but actually that that little fairground, the fairground ride in that has a toilet as well. Hey Reagan, how are you, mate? This is a live stream. This seems like time wasting from finding cheap Lego deals. So Reagan is my kind of like unofficial, I'm going to call him like my Lego deals wife, because him and me are always like finding deals on Lego sets, which is part of the reason I have a big backlog at the moment, is because we seem to be good at finding deals and then egging each other on to buy it. So I haven't bought the sand crawler, which he's bought a couple of actually. I really love the sand crawler, the Star Wars sand crawler, but I'm not going to get it. Not going to get it because I know that Lego will release another version in a couple of years, no doubt, as they do. The G in GJBricks is indeed for Greg. Actually, the GJB is actually my initials. I just changed my last name to Bricks for the channel name. So as a result of that, everyone calls me GJ now, even though my name is actually GJB. So there you go. That's how that works out. Doesn't bother me. I don't mind. It's kind of a bit of character. Actually, I did just realize one of the sets I bought recently, one of my Unikitty sets I bought, is actually on dirt cheap at Target at the moment, which I'm a bit upset about. But anyway, could have saved myself. Oh, there you go. Hi, Greg. Us Gregs need to stick together. Right, this is good. I'm actually going to be building a train Mocs soon. Paul is the other dude. All right, okay. And where are we looking through here? Amazon here in Australia is a bit hit and miss. It's been better actually lately. There, one thing that is amazing with Amazon is that they actually price match. If someone has a set cheaper than them, they'll actually price match the set online, which is quite impressive. So they are usually the cheapest place to buy it, assuming they have that particular set. Now, the Australian Amazon store is actually slightly limited in their selection. So, okay. Hey, Bricks on Thin Ice, how are you? Got some interesting videos coming in to watch after this stream as well. I might watch some videos while I do some building after this. Actually, I've got to finish editing a video after this. I've just uploaded a new video of something I've been working on. So I'm going to edit that afterwards and then come back and do some more building. Now, my question is, do I do a review or do I do a mock? It's a tough question. I was going to do the... I've got the Iron Man Hall of Armor set to build, which is another set I've been itching to build, and I'm thinking I'm going to use it as a mock in my under area here, because those of you know who've looked at my city, I've got the kind of the raised areas. I'm going to start using some of those raised areas to build out some stuff underneath, so kind of build an underworld, so as to speak. Hey, the Lego community has a ton of cool channels. I think the Lego channel is one of the best groups of channels out there, to be perfectly honest. One thing I love is that you can almost pick a theme within building Lego sets, and you'll find like there's a group of channels you've never seen before in that area. So, for example, I was looking up something to do with hang on, when did I get what? Hang on, hey, what did I get? Hang on, sorry, Reagan's telling me. Tell me what I got. I was looking up stuff around theme parks, and and there's actually a whole like sub section of YouTube around theme park stuff, which is awesome. Like, just look up. Ah, yeah, no, I got that. I think I got it on sale at Kmart as well. I was quite happy with that. Yeah, I reckon go into YouTube and look up Lego theme park mock, and there's some really quite amazing stuff. Like, there's one guy there who, hey, Carrie, who actually builds like theme park rides that fit on the back of a lorry. So it drives the lorry in and then starts like assembling like an entire roller coaster off the back of 2 lorries. It's really, really, really amazing. I finally saw the Creator Expert roller coaster recently at the Lego shop. It looks even better in person, I think. It looks better than I was expecting it to look. I mean, I was expecting it to look amazing, but it actually looked even more amazing in person than I expected it to. So we'll be buying that at some point. I actually need to get the fishing store at some point, because that's end of line, isn't it? And there's actually been some half decent sales on it here in Australia as well, where it's been down to like 20% off, 25% off in a couple of cases. So it's a pretty popular set still, so I might get that at one point. Again, steering clear of stickers here. You just came home from a what theme park? Not a Lego one, I'm guessing. A sort of proper roller coaster kind of theme park. My only thing with the fishing hut is I don't actually know where to put it. My city's looking a bit big. I'm actually going to. I've got to do a city update soon. I'm actually going to strip out all of the road plates from my city. I've been talking to a couple of people about removing them anyway, and then Jacob at Brick Bakery's done a really good video in the last couple of days as well about he's another brick tuber who about how to build like roads without plates. Now obviously the cost is slightly higher than buying the road plates. That being said, the road plates here in Australia are expensive. But in doing it, like, you save so much space and you can actually do a lot more kind of custom layouts on your roads. So it's been on my mind for a while to actually do this top area. The lower residential area I'd already decided was going to go down that path. So I just need to actually get around to building that now and actually sort of laying out, which is probably going to be my next task on the city itself. I haven't done a lot of work on the city. I've got lots of projects on the go as usual, but not actually progressing any of them at the moment. So I was like, did I just miss a part? No, I didn't. No, that's good. Sorry, I'm sort of building off the camera here. So this is part of the mechanism to. It's quite elaborate. I see what some people meant about this. Is really like the whole thing's like quite elaborate to make the firing mechanism that fires this out here is like this whole piece here. So you press this button here and it fires it, and then you twist this one here to reset it. It's very elaborate. I feel like they could have just gone think. Anyway. Yeah, I was looking at Bricklink today, and actually Bricklink, and even buying like the black plates. I was torn between doing the roads. So I was thinking of doing the roads in the dark blue grey tiles, So it actually then is the same color as the proper road plates. But then I'm like thinking, well, looking at the black ones, it actually becomes quite, it actually sort of kind of makes it a bit more interesting, because you've got a much more of a distinction between the pavements and the road that way. And then you can do the roads obviously in the black. This is ridiculously. This was actually a comment Jang made when he built this set, was how involved this is. I've got one more bag to do Half Brick Films. But this is just to do this bit here. Like this entire build that I've been working on for the last like 10 minutes is literally just to do the bit to fire the panel off. That's it. That whole bit. It's a huge. And it's still going. God, I haven't even finished it. Crikey. Flaming Jafars. Anyway, so I'm looking into the brick built roads thing. It's like that's actually not that high on my priority list at the moment. I will strip the road plates out and put in like a bit more of a better layout. I mean, the nice thing of doing brick built roads of your own is that you can do things like lanes and stuff like that, which you just cannot do with the road plates unless you're one of those people who has the absolutely, has all that space, who has an enormous Lego city. So there we go. There's the traffic lights for coming into the building. So, oh, I see. So what? Hang on. Is that meant to have something there? That's okay. So it really is quite elaborate. So this is the mechanism to fire off this front panel. So under this bit here, you have to hinge this up and then press this yellow button in here, which then makes that fire. And then to reset it, you have to twist that back. All of that just to make that one thing work. Hey, MLego17, how are you? Look, if enough people are still in here and you guys want me to carry on building and talking and chatting amongst yourselves, I will crack open another set if I finish this one in the next sort of 10 minutes. I don't mind staying on and chatting. It's always nice to have a chat with everybody. I've got a spare piece. I don't think this should be spare. I feel like I've missed a piece out somewhere. Let's just go through and check that. Definitely all looks right. Oh, I see. I reckon it's that one. Yep, that's where it goes. Okay, that's an easy fix. I did miss a piece out. Goes right in there. Ah, so annoying. It's the hard part of building and talking. All right, Brick Films. We'll see you later. Hopefully, if I'm still streaming then. Right, what's next? Bag. This is the last bag. No. So I will have managed to build the entire set in under 2 hours, basically. Or yeah, about 2 hours with talking. Gives you some idea of the size of the set. It's about right for a city set, I guess. They're not the most complicated things to build, so there we go. A lot of parts in this last bag though. I need to look into, I want to actually start doing the new streams. Like, has anyone figured out how Google, like what's replacing Google Hangouts in YouTube? Because surely they're not getting rid of the ability to have a stream with multiple people, because that would be quite foolhardy. Or are they relying on people using a third-party kind of tool to do that now, rather than managing it themselves? Let's look into that properly. Does anyone know the answer to that? I haven't actually looked into it properly yet, and I need to, because I do the occasional collaboration, as you guys know, with the bricktubers. Hey JC, are you doing a stream tonight? I've never been in one of your streams, obviously, because it's at like 3 o'clock in the morning my time, so it's kind of stretching when I can stay up until. Skype? I don't think does Skype work with YouTube? I don't think it does. I haven't used Skype for years. I used to use Skype, but like the last few times I used it, it was absolutely awful. So I kind of shied away from it at that point. Was not fun. Uh-oh, I hear one of my children awake and my wife is away, so I might have to duck out for 2 minutes in a second. See if she goes back to sleep or not. Actually, I've got OBS on here. I've only used it once. I know JC uses OBS for his stuff. Is it OBS you use, JC? I need to look into it properly because, like, I've never had to do anything like that. So it's kind of like I've got to learn how to do it. I need to do some research into it. I just haven't invested a lot. I haven't had a lot of time to invest in doing it. So, but you sing its praises, don't you, JC? So, if ever there's a reason to not use it, there's what. No, wait. It's quite, you can do quite a lot with it. Like I could set it up with multiple cameras. I have the webcam. I've got a Logitech webcam up there, and then the webcam in my computer, so you can set it up to run multiple webcams. And actually, you're right. Legalomaniac was actually, when he did his big live stream recently, was using that tool to bring people in and out of it. But I think he was bringing in people from Google Hangouts. I know my one was a Google Hangout into his stream. So, all right. So now we've built this corner here with our massively complicated mechanism underneath the floor. So the next thing will be what's your next set? Is that to me? What's my next set? I'm going to get. I've actually got another hospital arriving this week. Actually, in the next couple of days. So I'm going to upgrade my hospital to a modular, and I also have the new fire station as well. That's coming. And then in my backlog, I'm thinking I might build the brick bank next. Actually, it's one of those. I haven't built a creator expert set for a while, so I'm sort of umming and ahhing about doing that one next. I do have so many sets to do. I want to get into my Ninjago area as well. I've just been a bit stretched for time lately because I've had so much going on in my life. Been quite sick, and I've had a lot going on at work as well. So that's strange. Interesting bed technique there. Oh, another toilet. Building another toilet. Yeah, bricks on thin ice. Oh, you film on your iPhone? Well, lots of people do. Like Ryan of M&R Films, like he's massive, and he only recently stopped using his iPhone for filming. So I think he actually succumbed to some peer pressure because he was getting quite a lot of stick for still using his iPhone rather than buying a decent camera. Given that his channel probably makes quite a bit of money these days, given how many subs he's got. Right, we're up to. I was actually until recently using my iPhone for my live streams as well, but then, they did that bit where they disabled the webcam unless you had 1,000 subs. So, I mean, it was a good excuse to go and buy a proper webcam. Like, I'm really happy with this Logitech webcam. I think it's great quality. And yet the iPhone, yeah, you can't grumble about how good the cameras are on iPhones. They almost make like some of the professional cameras look really quite lackluster, shall we say? that being said, I need to do some sort of a course in how to use my camera a bit better, because I've been a bit unhappy with how a couple of things have come out of my stuff recently. I want to get the quality up on them, so that will be using OBS and things like that. I just didn't. I was doing something else before this, otherwise I would have gone in and set that up and done it, because I have used it a few times for my streams. Yeah, like I say, some people use iPhones for all their stuff. Like, don't knock it at all. Cameras in the things are so good. It's ridiculous. I need to use my phone. Oh, thanks, Bricks on Thin Ice. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get back. I had like, if you look on my channel, there's a period like recently where I had quite a gap in videos. I'm just trying to make sure I get back on top of actually filming and having a bit of a backlog, and also having a bit of a schedule of what I'm filming when. So trying to kind of have review videos on certain days, invest time in Mocs, that kind of thing, and also try and make sure I do a regular city update, because I haven't done one of those for a while. Mostly because I haven't actually done a lot of work on my city for a while, which is, you know, a different problem. Do you know, Michael's AFOL, we have a Canon 60D, which is now a slightly older camera. But yes, the autofocus on it's rubbish for video. It's really good for everything else, but the autofocus on it's rubbish for video. Actually, we've got what was it, a G7X or whatever it is, a Canon, which is really good most of the time, but sometimes really struggles as well. There we go, collapsible front. Right, let's put that roof on. I think that might be it, actually. I think that might be the last bit. Okay, the inaugural test firing. We're ready. Going to push the button, and the front's going to come flying off in theory. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that works quite well. Maybe it was worth all that engineering underneath. Ready? Do it again. 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Yes, I am a large child. But that's not a bad thing. So this obviously just flips into, oh, I made a mistake there. Haha. Early mistake. I just realized this hole should be on this side and I've put it on that side. Dun, dun, dun. Easy fix. There we go. And so the idea is that I might do a review of this set actually. Now I've built it, seeing as it still actually is a set that you can buy. There's no harm. Doesn't take long to do a review of a set like this. There we go. Right, so now the idea is that will now clip into there, and we have, right, we'll clip into, there we go. So yeah, give you an idea of the footprint of this now. It looks like that. So it's a very strange footprint. Got, yeah, definitely not like modular. I mean, that's not even a 64 by 64 base plate size. It's definitely a like dollhouse kind of play set. It's not a properly laid out set at all. I'll tell you what, on these older sets, I love that picture. You get this picture in the back of the manual. I think that's a really good one. I think it's I think that looks cracking. I love that scene with like that old station. I'm not a big fan of this train, I have to say. Big fan of this train though, love it. But I love that scene. I think it's a really good city scene they've done there. So if someone would have had fun doing that, I think that's probably largely actually built properly. Here's my sticker sheet. Notice I've only used 2 stickers on there. Close to 200 subs. Good work. I remember the feeling of getting those subs going up. I mean, it's a great feeling when they come in. Really like rewarding for the effort you put in. Right, that's that done. Now, here's a question. Actually, does anyone want me to carry on building? Because I can bust open another set and build something. If everybody wants to carry on talking. I can get this back in its bag. It doesn't want to go back in its bag. Yeah, again, that gives you an idea of how old this set is. It's got Lego Worlds on the back of it. So, all right, I'm going to bust open another set as there's quite a few people in here still. So, let's have a think. What should I open? I might open. So many instruction manuals. I actually hit a problem today. My instruction manual box is actually full. And it's not a small box. Keep calm and carry on. All right, let me see what I've got in my backlog that I can build that's not huge. I am thinking. I know what I'll build. I picked this up today for $14. So anyone in Australia who's after this, they're $14. Reagan knows this one because he told me they were $14 and I bought him one as well. So I'll be back in 2 seconds. Just need to get my knife. This is something that me and JC talk about a lot, how to get your subs up on your channel. He's obviously done a lot better than me because he posts a lot more than me. He has a lot more, like, he has more time available than me because doesn't have kids and stuff like that. So, but keeping your post regular works well. Knowing your content works well. One thing that YouTube is quite big on is engagement. So engaging with other channels is quite an important thing. And that means, you know, going on there and commenting and being involved and letting them know you're in the community. You know, that works twofold because people find your channel that way. Don't go into other channels and go and sub me. I really don't like that approach to subbing things. You know, I mean, I confess I did it when I started my channel. I don't do it anymore at all. I sort of frown a bit on people who come onto my channel and say, hey, I subbed you, great content, sub me back. Don't like it. It's not a good way of doing it. And most YouTubers will agree with that one. And then for me, I mean, I use SEO a lot. So I use social media a lot to drive traffic to my channel as well. So I'm on a lot of Facebook groups. When I post a piece of content I'm particularly proud of, I tend to go and like share it through all my groups, and that gets me a lot of extra awareness outside of YouTube. But it also has the effect of letting YouTube kind of see that your video is a bit more popular, so it gets you into a few more places. Like it makes it think your channel's got even more traffic than you do. So yeah, SEO is a big one. So anyone who doesn't know what SEO is, search engine optimization. I'm going to do some videos on that one. I've been meaning to do it for a while, and I will get around to doing it. yeah, publishing regularly is definitely a good thing to do. So have a couple of days where you specifically post. I try to make sure I do a live stream on the Saturday. And I tried to have a Friday video. I did miss it this week because I didn't have it ready. I do a Monday video, which is generally one with my kids. I do a Wednesday video, which is generally like a haul. And then on a Friday, I try to do something more creative on a Friday. I think the Wednesday one's either going to be hauls or a review now is the way I'm going to structure that one. And then if I've got any other videos, I'll put up in sort of other filler content I'll put up as well. So staying connected to your community is a very important thing. So talking to people, and that's what I meant by going in and commenting and being very active in the community is a really good thing, because people get to know you and they see, oh, you're in there. And, you know, if you go and participate in live streams is a great way to get to know people as well. I know a lot of channels have grown quite successfully by being involved in YouTube live streams in the right places. So again, like you guys are all talking to each other, you're all sharing ideas, you're all realizing you're very interested in each other's content and complimenting each other. That's a case in point, working really well. I actually wish I'd been more involved in live streams earlier on with my channel. It's also a good way to, you know, get people to find your channel. It's more really good content. So this, what we're talking about here, there's lots of good stuff. People have asked questions and things like that. YouTube's actually going to go through this video now and pull out everything that's actually said in the comments and said it by me, and actually associate that with this video now, which is really good. I can then go back and optimize it as well afterwards. So I'd really suggest having a look in the into the SEO side of things, like how you write your content, the structure of your titles. I wish I was better at writing titles. I do, really do. But half the time my things are about a specific Lego set, so I have to put the Lego set in the title quite clearly. Yeah, and it is, and you'll find some. I've made some really good friends in here. Like JC from Small Brick Cities. I started chatting to him like a year ago now, and we've become really good friends and share ideas and talk about a lot of stuff. I've got Mark over at the Lego Room. He's another guy I'm really, really good friends with. So yeah, I recommend his channel. If you haven't found the Lego Room, go and check his channel out. He's building a Hoth Moc at the moment, but he's got also some really good old content as well. So yeah, that's how I grew my channel, and now I focus on SEO. And I'm trying to make sure I've got this regular content. So I'll film a video with my kids tomorrow, which will go up as my Monday video. I actually did have a video I could use with them, but I can't lie, I was sick. They were both a bit off. It was like a chaotic build. We built a set that was a bit too long, and they lost interest. And I was going through it going, it's just a train wreck. I've got no voice. It's like I'm half tempted to upload it as a sort of joke video, but at the same time, I'm a bit embarrassed by it as well, because it's just, I end up with Callie sitting on my lap, like having a nap, and Joss is asking about doing something else. And yeah, JC is an inspiration to me as well. I mean, I wish I was, such a talented builder. Don't tell him I said that. Oh, wait, he's in this stream. But he's a very talented builder. He has really good ideas. He's got a really good approach to how he builds his Mocs and stuff. And he's also like, he's got a good history of being with Lego. Like for me, I rediscovered Lego probably a year ago. Now I've tinkered with Lego for, you know, over my entire life. I've never stopped tinkering with Lego, but I wasn't playing with it per se. I was just like buying the occasional set. Like I've always been big on Technic, and I'm about to bring Technic into a lot of what I do now as well. So I'm really keen on getting things to move, which is what I used to do. I used to love Technic. I used to build monster trucks and things like that. So I've got the roller coasters. I'm working on those at the moment. I'm going to build out my theme park area as the next one. I've got an amazing idea for my theme park that I will share with everybody in an upcoming video. and JC is a very supportive person, and you'll find like him, me, Mark of the Lego Room, Jacob over at Brick Bakery. You'll see us all ducking into channels all over the place and trying to not just say nice build, well done, and going on with it. We'll actually try and say something constructive, like that's a really good build. I love the way you approach that. That's like very, you know, unique. Or if there's something we think you could improve, we'll actually say that to you. Yeah, so that's what I mean. It's like it's trying to add value. And one thing, when people come into my channel and say nice, I you know, I kind of take that a bit personally. I'm like, if that's how much you value my channel, you've got to you know, all you can be bothered to say to me is nice. You're really like, you're not in this for the right thing. You're trying to grow your channel. You're not really in it because you love the community. I always go back to them and say, you know, nice, you know, okay, did you, you know, what did you think of this in the set, or what did you think of that in the video, and try and engage them and get them to become not just a sort of passive spray and pray kind of person, but someone who's actually involved in your channel and making construct. And actually, you know, it's helping them too, because they're then going, they're actually look a bit better because they're thinking about it. But just writing nice on a video or first, what a waste of time. It doesn't add anything. It doesn't give you anything. Like I'm not going to go in and like that comment. The only person that's going to like it is yourself. So to answer London Bridge Bricks question about why I do it, I love Lego. Like I find it an inspiration. To me, I personally, I've always loved Lego. I've had Lego since I was 2 years old. I never actually had Duplo. I had Lego. My mum bought me 2 bags at a fair, at a market near where I grew up. And to me, it was Lego itself. I went back to it because it's a way for me to be creative and do my own thing. And a lot of what I do creatively is for work, is for other people. It's not me. It's not that. And I just love Lego. Is such a great outlet for me for what I want to do. My only problem is I don't have as much time as I would like to build as much as I would like. So I'm trying to fix that at the moment. I find it also has been very good for me. I've sort of been a bit up and down. I've been very stressed at work, and stress leads to depression. I don't think I've been depressed, but I've been borderline depressed, and Lego was a good escape for me. So again, and talking to the community, like everyone is so supportive in the Lego community. That's one thing I love. Is other than those people who go in and say nice and first, and those people who try and come in and say stupid things like, you know, there was a guy tried to troll the live stream last week who got shut down pretty quickly by by Garligade, who is an amazing YouTuber as well. She's great in the community. So yeah, I find the community just really kind of glowing, and there's very few. It's only when you sort of certain channels tend to get stupid comments, but if you're building something and creating something, people tend to love it. And YouTube's getting better at stopping people being assholes assholes, shall we say. Lego is therapeutic. Yeah, it totally is. And some people say they find just sorting bricks is good. I actually sorted my bricks recently, or most of my bricks. I've got more bricks to sort still. I actually haven't finished sorting my bricks. It's like sorting bricks is like a never-ending problem. But yeah, I mean, meeting, like, you know, getting to know someone like JC, like he's an illusionist. He's a really like lovely guy. Shows me some of the work he's doing outside of that as well. I find it very interesting. And for me, I actually work in marketing, so I'm building a social media, like a marketing tool for small businesses. So I run a startup, and it's actually a way for me to test some ideas for that on my own stuff. So yeah, and I've actually been through a bit of a funk again lately. Like I've been having trouble getting motivated to build for some reason. I don't know why. Actually, no, I do. I think it might be because I spent too much money on Lego and I feel guilty about it. But at the same time, like it makes me happy and it makes my kids happy. And that's another thing actually for me. It's really connected me and my kids. Like I was connected anyway, but there's one thing they love. All right, I'll start this in a sec. One thing my kids love. This is the last thing I'm going to say. One thing my kids love is sitting down and building with me. They absolutely love it, and they love coming in here and having a play. I admit when they come in here, I get nervous, but no, I'm getting better at letting them come in and building things with them and involving them. I've actually got something down there I'm going to put up in a video. It's actually uploaded now. I've got to finish putting it live in a minute, but I'm building stuff for them and with them that they'll love, hopefully. So, and I can involve them, and as they grow, they'll start to build out their own stuff. Oh, I hear one of my children incoming right now. Yeah, I tend to sort of budget and then re-budget. Hello. Do you want to come and say hello? I've got a sleepy head here. You come in? So you're on the camera? Joss has come to say hello. I'm just talking to people on my channel here, telling them about how much I love building Lego sets with you. Yeah? We need to build something tomorrow, don't we? We'll do a new video for the channel. Yeah? You just saw the roller coaster, didn't you? I was going to show you that tomorrow. No, having a bad night's sleep. You okay? What's up? What's up? Were you just worried that I wasn't in there? This is Joss, for anyone who's new to my channel. She does videos with me. And her little sister, Callie. Hey! Did you have a bad dream? Aww. But yeah, these little people here absolutely love Lego. You're a big Lego fan, aren't you? She really enjoys it, and she gets a bit upset if we don't build something on weekends. And tomorrow we're going to the Sydney Inner West Brick Fair, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to go and meet Henry, who is the who was one of the winners of Lego Masters Australia.
Yeah. He has a black jacket.
He does have a black jacket. Good memory. He built some amazing stuff on the TV show, didn't he?
Like caves.
Yeah, he built caves, and he built the big sort of robot kind of sculptures, and yeah, he was superb. So yeah.
Like a robot tower.
He did build a robot, I think. Yeah, he did at one point.
Yeah.
He incidentally, so I messaged Henry because he's going to be at the show tomorrow, and he said, oh, I'd love to. He wants to meet me, and he said he'll do an interview with me as well. I asked him. So if you guys have got any questions, on the community tab on my page, I posted earlier on that I'm going to catch up with him tomorrow. And if you've got any questions for him, post them on there, because I'm going to go and ask him. I'm going to pick some of the best questions and ask him what you guys are interested in.
Does Henry love flowers?
Does Henry love flowers? I don't know. We should ask him that tomorrow. I'll let you ask him that tomorrow, yeah?
Thanks.
No, thanks. Oh, there we go. That's where I posted it. So, all right, bye, Ben Bricks. Thank you for coming by, mate. Appreciate it. If anybody wants to ask Henry a question, it's on there. So you're going to build your Wally and try motorizing it. That's really cool. I like that idea. I love Wally. I've actually got a second Wally set in its box still, which I'm keeping for sort of collector's purposes. I don't usually do that, but I absolutely think the Wally set was amazing. Do you want to go back to bed? Okay. Do you need a drink? Want some water?
I want to have my own.
You want to have your own. What is his favorite creations? All right, I will ask him. He did say he doesn't buy many Lego sets anymore. He tends to just buy parts and build his own things, which is cool. JC Small Brick City. So, yeah, JC Sum is his name, and his channel is Small Brick City. So, you'll be back when you're done streaming for today. Well, oh, you're back and you're done streaming for today. Okay, that was a quick stream. Weren't you on at like 11? Anyway, right, you need a drink, don't you? What I might do Do you guys want? Do you want me to build this? I'll build this. I'm just going to get Josh back to bed. All right. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Oh, don't go anywhere. All right. Can you get your drink? You want it in your bottle? Fresh water in. You want ice in it? Need to remember to get Cammy a new cup tonight. Go back to bed. Just there. There we go. I'm back. Oh, everyone's still chatting. What's going on? I'm back. No. JC Smallbrick City, 137th best Lego channel on YouTube. You slipped, mate. You used to be 135. No. What's going on? I'm catching up on what you guys have been talking about. Good place to find out when people are live streaming at the moment. Yeah, what if you subscribe to channels, they tell you, but Lego notifications have been a bit rubbish lately. Sorry, YouTube notifications have been a bit rubbish lately. So I'm going to build this. Won't take very long. This one should only be a 15-part build, JC, so you'll be happy with that. I picked this one up today after Regan, who was in here earlier on, messaged me to say, can you check to see if it's $14 and get me one if it is? Because he doesn't have a Kmart near him. And it was. So I really like this set. That's one I was going to pick up anyway. It's so unique and different and looks awesome. So speaking of which, JC, we need to sort out another live stream, mate. There's gotta get that sorted and do that other stuff we talked about for the bricktubers. It's 2 bags, a bit less than the last one, as expected. Oh my goodness, look how folded that manual. What? Why does it folded? It fits in the box. That's terrible. Lego, fix your blooming manuals. Oh, that's just shocking. Shocking. Even the stickers are folded. Ugh. Actually, that's one thing I do like on this set is the little alien you get, and also the petrol pump's pretty cool. I like how they did that. I don't remember seeing either of those. I don't remember seeing the petrol pump in the movie. So, right, that's bag 2. Let's do bag 1 first. Yeah, I should do. But then I wouldn't be able to see the comments because I'd need another device somewhere. And I've not got room on the table for another device. Right. I need to actually spend some time actually on my city. I've decided I'm going to try and do that this week. Moment I'm sort of working through a backlog of stuff. I'm trying to make sure I've got sort of content for the next few weeks so that I can focus on other things without too much effort, too much stress. Which is a good tip as well. Like try and if you can do some content easily and stretch a few videos out of something, then try to like. You know, a good example of that is how JC actually does his build videos as 3-parters. So he does part 1 build, a part 2 build, and a part 1, part 2, part 3, depending on the size of the set. And then he will do like a final review of it, because quite often after he's built it, he'll adjust it as well based on any feedback that he gets during the videos. So yeah, see, my case in point about live streams and participating in them is a really good way to meet other YouTubers. So you have to, if you're an active part in the stream, that's always good. Oh, excuse me. So that orange in the manual really is not the same as the orange bricks, is it? This is one thing I do have problems with Lego manuals sometimes. Is actually some of the colors look way too similar, and you can't actually tell which one you're building. Yeah, I try to, you know, I mean, I've started doing, when I do my reviews, I tend to do a full-on like like review or unboxing review and speed build of it, but then I actually spin a second video off of that as well, which is like the normal build. And some people like watching the normal builds. Like it's quite relaxing to have that on in the background while you're doing something. So I know GJBricks has copied me on that one. Well, he's gone all in on the light on the videos. So he's got quite a setup now for recording his real-time builds. Obviously, JC's partner's got a channel, Annie from Small Brick City, and she does. For anyone who doesn't know, JC doesn't actually build any of his own stuff. His partner does all of it for him. Something about keeps her locked in a room and all she does is build sets and then he feeds her. No, but she does a lot of live builds herself. Sorry, like the real-time builds, but she does it ambidextrously as well, which is rather cool to watch. Hey, it's an eye. Ooh, it's a nice little feature. The alien on this is great. I love the build of that. It's like Duplo built from Lego. Strangest idea. It's not a very big set, but I love how unique the vehicle is. I've got the triple decker robot to build as well. I'm going to build that one as one of my I used to do stop motion builds. I haven't had a lot of time to do them recently, but I'm going to make the effort to do that on a few of the smaller sets because they are a lot of fun to do, and they do get quite good traffic as well from my channel, but they're just a lot of fun to do. I've got my eye more on you. Ooh. Yeah, I'd actually I've read and watched quite a few people's videos of the alien build, and they all sing its praises as being a good build, and I'm already agreeing with them. It's quite lovely. Might have to build a couple of these in different colors. They're really good. So what's everyone up to today? Anything exciting? I've got the Sydney Brick Fair coming up tomorrow. Well, tomorrow, still tomorrow. Yep, not quite today. You're not sure you like the Lego Movie 2 sets? Yeah, I actually do really like. I've liked a lot of them a lot. I wish I could justify buying them. I mean, the problem is a lot of them are display sets. Or no, it's not the right word. A lot of them are kind of hard to fit into what you're doing. And working on a Sunday, no. There you go. That's it. I like that. Look how cool that is. Hello. That's really cool. I really like him. He's awesome. I want to build lots of these. Which was Brick Studios' question. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. I was talking about monsters, wasn't I? Maybe the pieces I would only buy. You know what? There's the one set that is kind of irking me in the Lego Movie 2 lineup is the party bus, because I actually really love that set. I don't know what it is about that set, but I think it's a really good set. I think there's a lot of good qualities to it. I think the driver in it's pretty pointless, but I think the rest of it's really awesome. The way it opens up, like all the play features in it, the parts used in it, I think it's really quite splendid set in that respect. If you go and watch Greg over at Brickitect, another Greg, London Bridge Bricks, must be a good name for Lego builders. He bought that set as well. He really loves it too. So yeah, it's definitely, I'm tempted by it. It's actually on clearance in a couple of places at the moment, which is not helping my bank account any. Shouldn't buy it, but I'm tempted. I don't like the doll figures. I will say I don't like the doll figures. The classic 928 Explorer, good set. I do. That's like one of those ones, a dream set to own. I've never owned the original one. I've got loads of classic Lego space stuff at my parents' house in the UK. I need to, or classic Lego on the whole, which I need to go and pick up at some point, or get shipped to Australia at some point. Yeah, I mean, I do watch Brickitect's videos. I sometimes some of his stuff's a bit clickbaity, and some of it I'm not really I don't see the point of. But he is passionate about Lego, and he does make some really good stuff. So, but he's a good example of, he does do quite a variety of stuff. So that's why I watch his channel, because he does a variety of things. But some of his stuff is a bit indulgent, and some of it is definitely clickbaity. But he's got a really good following, and his channel is growing like wildfire at the moment, so he's doing something right. All right, so far this is the bit that the car kind of docks into, and apparently it's quite clever how it works. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that actually comes together in a minute. Where am I from? I'm actually from Essex, end of the Central Line. Essex, born and bred. I've tried very hard. I've lived in Australia for 12 years now, and I've tried very hard to hold on to my English accent. And I know it slips occasionally, but on the whole, I'm quite pleased with how well it stayed in place. You think your video instead? No, not that far out. Loughton. Loughton's where I'm from. As some people call it, lousy Loughton. Oh, dropped apart. Oh, you got it. Yeah, no, I've got some friends who live there. I actually was a little bit homesick the other day. I got to be perfectly honest. I'm not missing everything that's going on in the UK at the moment at all. Side note, try not to get political, but I'm really not a fan of Boris Johnson's. I think it's a stupid idea, given that he's part of the reason you guys are in such a mess at the moment. But that's just my 2 cents worth. I don't live in the UK now. Although I said I was slightly homesick the other day. What a cool sticker that one is. Don't know if anyone's seen the Tiptree near Colchester. Yeah, I know that. My nan used to live. My nan used to live in Colchester. How does that work? That goes on there. On there. Sorry, just focused on something for 2 seconds. What's I going to say? I was going to say something deep and meaningful there. Yeah, it's a nice part. Yeah, as I said, I was a bit homesick the other day, so I don't know what happens periodically where I miss the UK. I've lived here for 12 years now, and it's one of those strange things. Every time I go back to the UK, like even though I've got a family now, obviously here in Australia, and you know my kids. I've got 3 kids here in Australia, and it's there's no chance of us doing an upheaval to the UK at any point, but every time I go home, it's like I've been gone for 5 minutes. Like it's the strangest thing. You'd think like having been away for 12 years, it would feel really different, but it doesn't. Right, last time I was home last time in April last year, and yeah, other than everyone being a bit miserable because of what's going on with the Brexit and things, otherwise it was normal business as usual. So one thing I will say is, having lived away from home for so long now, what a nice little build. Look at that. I think that's really cool. That's a really good little build. I like that. Having lived away from the UK for or from Europe for so long now, I actually realize how little of Europe I've seen, given it's on my doorstep. But the funny thing is, I've seen more of Australia than a lot of Australians. So it's funny how you sort of take something for granted and kind of almost miss what's around you, what's like on your doorstep when you live somewhere. So it's my word of advice for everybody, is go and make sure you see what's close to you. Don't let that opportunity go by. And one thing for me was I went traveling. Well, that's how I got here originally, was I went traveling. And I got here, I was backpacking, and I forgot to leave, basically, is how I pitch it. So that goes on there. All right, that's actually a catapult. That doesn't work. Right, when you press that button, that's supposed to go flying, but it doesn't. Oh, let's just see that way. Oh, there you go. Huh. Ready, catapult. Whee! Lots of weapony type things in this. There we go. Oh, look, so you use that against the monster. I got it. Ready, up. Got the monster again. Ah, missed. That's bag one done. I get a lot of spare parts in this one. What are you going to, Ingrid, what are you going to film? I've got a video I need to finish putting live in a minute, so I'll do that after this stream. Running away from the law is not traveling. Ha 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 ha. Wait, you ran away from the law? Why did you do that? "16 years up in the north." That's yeah, quite a temperature change from Greece. I keep seeing people talk about that geocaching thing. I'm not really familiar with it, to be honest. I mean, I left home 13 years ago to go backpacking. My mum's convinced I did it because I was trying to get over a girl, but I actually was not why I left. I had always wanted to go backpacking. So I just decided I was at a point where I'd done enough like career development that I could justify going away for a little bit and it wouldn't impact my career choices. So I was right, I didn't. I got to Australia and a friend of mine who I'd worked with in London got me in for an interview at the company he was working at, and a couple of days later they were sponsoring me. So that was why I decided to stay in Australia at the time. Didn't mean to be here still, but I'd never planned to stay here permanently. It just kind of happened. So one of those things. I didn't meet my wife till I'd been here for like 2 or 3 years. So wasn't her that inspired me to stay on. She's just the reason I never left to go home or never left to go to live somewhere like New York, which is on my list of places I'd love to live, despite everything that's going on there. Reason I left my home. No. Love to get to Finland, nice and cold in winter time, I bet. Yeah, London bricks. It gets pretty miserable in autumn and then it gets cold in winter. But you get snow. Fun fact for those that don't know, we actually get snow in Australia. There's actually an entire ski season here in Australia. It's about a 4 or 5 hour drive for me from where I am now to get to the ski fields, but we get snow. Who knew? Who knew? Oh, I did that wrong. Talking and I built something wrong. Who would have thought? Yeah, pretty hard to believe. And I'm actually considering taking my kids tobogganing one weekend. I was like quite lucky actually, because last time I went home was last April, And the day after we arrived, it snowed, which was awesome because my kids got to see snow. Bear in mind they're Australian kids, so not something they see frequently, other than in movies. Oh, come on, man. You can do it. What's a bit of snow? Sounds like you should go and live somewhere hot like Greece. Have you ever considered moving back to Greece out of curiosity? There are times where I've considered moving back to the UK, but I'm not very keen at the moment. I can't. As much as I love my home country, I'm not very keen on going there. Greece is like Grand Theft Auto, the game next to Finland. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. Which one's that one? Brick Studios. Benny's Space Squad is pretty cool. Hydra Attack Squad. That's one of the Marvel ones, isn't it? There's so many like good sets around at the moment. There was one I was looking at. I was seriously considering getting and then never did, and then now I can't find it anywhere because it's gone. Oh, I think I'm about to get another visitor from my kids. Oh, ow! Hello. You're still awake, Joss? What's going on? You're supposed to be asleep, sweetheart.
I was alone in the dark.
You were alone in the dark. Where's my rabbit? She's back. You've got 3 Benny Space Squads. Why is that? What do you need 3 for? I've got 1. I might get another one actually. I did get the sweet surprises.
Can I help?
Sure.
Thanks.
Let's put Bo Rabbit up there. There we go.
I'm a great helper.
You are a great helper. There you go.
I'm gonna start one tire.
Okay, you do the tire then. I was going to let you do this piece if you wanted to.
Is this the right way or this the right way?
Well, it doesn't really. Oh, that's a good question actually. Here's the picture.
Oh, it was that side.
Got it?
It didn't click.
It didn't click. It did click. There you go. Now you got to put those in there.
Oh.
Can you see those pieces?
Oh, it goes there. It goes where there.
Yeah.
And it goes there and there. Whoa! Crazy tire, are you looking around?
This is Joss in half asleep mode. Do you want to put these in? They go in there like that. 1 in each side, please.
No.
That's the one.
No. Oh. It goes on this side.
Yep. So, can you do all 3 tires for me?
Drop something.
Oh, there it is. By your foot. Fiddly little suckers. Kayak adventure set, cool. Just do it again, Joss. Come on, there you go.
Thank you.
Where's your wheel?
Ow.
It's not really what this is designed for. Oh, we're under attack. We're under attack. There's a cute rabbit attacking us. Right. Yeah. Other side, other side, other side. Goes in the hole. There you
There.
go. You did it. Okay, can you do the other wheels? You're doing a mountain scene. That's really cool. I've got a couple of sort of mountain areas planned. And every time I look at them, I kind of cry because I realize how many bricks I'm going to need to do what I want to do. And every time I go on Bricklink going, oh, I'll just order a few more bricks. And that's the thing. Every time I do a Bricklink order, I order a few more of the sort of the grey slopes and things like that. So I figure if I could just do a few of them in every order, I'll quite quickly have a lot to do what I want to do with. So I've got one idea, especially around my theme park, which if it works, it'll be pretty amazing. But I'm slightly nervous at the same time.
I did it.
You did it. Okay. So now you need to put those axles in the middle again.
No. One axle.
Yep, the grey ones.
I think we are running out of axles.
Where is? Oh, okay. That might be a case. Okay, that's probably right then. Okay, yeah. No, you're right. Okay.
There's some over there.
No. We don't need any more. We don't need any more. You're right. I looked at the picture. I was wrong. We don't need any more. Okay, there we go. So that's the first one of those.
That's these ones doesn't work.
You've done 3 Bricklink orders since you've been watching me. I've got one. I was like umming and ahhing whether or not I'm going to hit the trigger on it. I did sort of a bigger one than I had planned to do, and I think what I might do is actually go with a smaller one this month because I might have already overspent on Lego. You know that feeling. So, oh, missed that sticker. It's the wrong place. That's what happens when you're talking and sticking things on. This goes on. No, can I do it, please? Don't. Oh. So it goes on. Oh, wait. No. Catch it. Stop. Stickers are tricky. So it goes on there like that. And there we go. Like that.
What's this?
What's what? It's the engine. It's the exhaust from the engine. What was I saying? I tend to keep most of mine. Some of it I buy for parts and break down, but no, I don't sell any of it on. Why would I sell Lego? Never. No, I keep it for oh, okay. Sounds like Callie's coming in now. Yeah, there goes Callie. Okay, I might have to stop in a second because my other daughter's up now. You want to grab the other one? It's in there.
Got it. Oh, the clumsy one.
All right, now what have we got here? This is. Let me do one of these, and then you can do the second one. So we take that, and it goes into the round hole, and then this goes into here, and then this goes into. Oh, actually, I was wrong. It goes into that one. Okay. All right, I'm gonna have to go and sort Callie out. So you see how that goes, and then it goes on there, like that. Ta-da! All right, and then do you want to try and do the other one quickly? So you need this piece, and this piece. So remember how it goes? So through the square bit on there. So I'm like showing Joss how to. Did you do the brick separator approach to putting your stickers on? It makes such a it does work really well. That's it. Good job. Oh, no, other way. See, it's got a flat end. All right, see you, London Bridge Bricks. Have a great day, Greg. Uh-oh. Okay, where's it going? I got it. Oops. There we go. That goes in there. Yeah. You learn this skill as a dad. Where'd the other one go? You got it? You put it on that one. Hold on to the bottom one. I said put it there. That's it. That's it.
Oh.
Oops. That's it. You were close. That's it. This is called Technic Lego. It's a bit different. See you, London Bridge Bricks. I'm going to wrap this up in a second because my other child is awake, so I need to go and help her. There you go. See?
Can I put it in?
Sure.
Oh.
That's it. And then we put these on top like this. So that now keeps it all nice and tightly sealed.
Yeah, when we put it like that, it looks like a bag.
It does. Actually, I just realized the mistake I made on this. Take that off. Take that off. That's, oh, not that one. What did I want to do? I need to do that. That's what I need to do. And then we put that one on. And then we put that on there. It's a good set, and it's like on clearance here in Australia. So.
Rabbit.
He is a monster. Oh wait, you're a monster, or he's the monster?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Not you?
Ah. Was this from movie? Was this from Lego Number Movie 2?
Yep, it was. Remember the bit where they are going to check out the spaceship? So Josh was asking if this was from the movie. Yeah, it is definitely from the movie. There we go. And then
I have watched that.
Yeah, should we watch it again tomorrow? I wouldn't mind watching it again. Okay, and then this go. Okay, so that goes into there like that. There it is. And then that's it all together. Look at that. All right, and there's one last thing to do. Look at that. It stands up as well. How clever is that? Are you going to make the plant?
Is this important?
Oh, other way around. Like that, yeah. And then this one goes in the bottom. Do you want to put it in?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Daddy drops it that time.
No, it's a filthy one.
Can see your thing. I have a stupid idea for my theme park, which I haven't seen anyone else do, and there might be a reason they haven't done it.
But
No, what are you doing? You had it right, didn't you? I think you had it right.
I need some help.
No, you did have it right. That's right. Doesn't go on all the way. It goes on that far. That's it. Nothing more. And then what you do is he sits there, and then Emmett stands there and drives. Where's Emmett? Where did I put Emmett? There he is. So Emmett stands up here and drives the car. Drives the bike thing.
Yeah.
The bike thing.
Yeah, but when the monster goes past, he's going to be scared.
Yeah, possibly. There we go. What a stupid machine. Love it. Oh, he's being attacked by a monster. Ah!
We got some.
And then this, let's get this out of the way. This docks into here like this, quite cleverly. And then that just stands up freely. How good is that? What a good little set. Do you like that?
No.
No?
Yes.
You do?
I want to make up my own one.
Look, can you not need the parts as they are at the moment, though? You need to get you back to bed, sweetheart. It's late. All right, guys. I'm going to say goodbye at that point because it's late. I've built 2 sets now, which is unusual for me. It's been quite a long stream. We've been going almost 2 hours now. Woohoo! Thank you for coming into this one. I'll try and explain my role at my theme park layout in the next video. Okay. Yeah, it's a really stupid idea I've got, and I think it'll be awesome if I can pull it off. And also a lot of work, but it should be good. So I'll try and do a video about that very soon. I need to build my pirate roller coaster at some point so I can actually use it. All right. Do you want to say goodbye? You made another one. All right, Joss, you say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Lots of subs out of it, I hope. I'll be back again next week, and I'll have another video going up soon as well. Take care.